as y'all know, I talk about building wealth. I talk about being an entrepreneur, being an executive, and chasing the bag, securing the bag, right? And so I want to talk a little bit more about it in a broad scope. This is very random. I am not this YouTube popular guru, so I'm going to save this and put it on my highlights. So that's why I'm doing this. Like I said, right now my camera is charging. So one thing that's really exciting about doing YouTube is, starting to do YouTube. I'm currently in the process of doing YouTube, but it's fun because for work, I don't really get to dress up. So I wear like plain shirts, and I work from home, but because I'm just like doing business meetings, I don't typically like get dressy. But I realized with doing YouTube videos, I can really kind of just dress how I want and do what I want. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, I was thinking about my journey this morning, and one thing that I realized was building wealth takes patience. It takes patience and it takes hard work. And I don't mean to sound exactly like Nipsey, but what I'm basically saying is like being able to build wealth it's like a slow grind. You have to be able to be dedicated, focus on your craft, and be patient. I've been on this journey for about 10 years. I'm not rich yet. I'm not rich yet. And my goal is not to be rich just to have riches, right? Like that's not the ultimate end all be all. The purpose of building wealth is so that my community can thrive, my family can thrive, and I can thrive. That's really why I do what I do. And so I've had an epiphany. I was just like, I don't think people realize how much patience building wealth takes. Like when you choose to put your money or your time and your energy into something that does not bring rewards for years to come, that takes patience. And I feel like a lot of people may look on social media and they may think, "Ooh, I want that house. I want that car. I want this. I want that. I want to build wealth for my family." Not realizing that it's a long game. Let me wave at y'all who just joined. Hey. It's a long game. You have to do it long term. And so, for example, when I bought my house 3 years ago, it's now double of what it was worth. I still don't got like all that cash, but my net worth is growing, right? And I'm about to buy a second property. And so as you continue to buy those properties, again, the first property is not paid off and the second property is not paid off yet. But the whole idea is basically when you spend your money, your time, and your energy into something, the only way it's going to build wealth for you is if you are willing to be patient and let the fruit of your labor come after the plowing, after the sowing, after the growing. You have to wait. You have to be patient. And for me, I started my journey in my early 20s and now I'm 31. And so I am starting to kind of see the fruit of my labor, but I think overall where I want to be is retiring early by 40, which is in 9 years. I'm 31 now. I lose track of how old I am. So I'm 31 now, so really I have 9 years, and honestly I can do it in like 4 or 5 years. But when I say financially independent, I mean like if I just decide I don't want to work for a whole year, I don't have to work, even though I won't do that, because personally I feel like if I can do something that I love and that brings joy and builds wealth, then that's what I'm doing. But realistically, being able to be debt free and have assets and have income is basically the goal. And so being debt free means, for me at least, having one primary residence fully paid off and having everything you need to be able to excel in that arena. So that's really the basis of me coming on here is, and for those who are just joining, I'm talking about building wealth as a young boss, as a young person. Like, we're young. A lot of people who follow me, well, y'all in your late 20s or 20s. I do have some like early 20s, late teens, but most of us are millennials. And I have some people who are also older in their 40s, but for the majority, y'all are like 25 to 35, right? And this is the ideal time to, if you're not already, to start building wealth and figuring out how you're going to do that. Hey y'all, for those just joining. So I think that's the biggest thing that I'll say is it takes patience. If you want to build wealth, you have to be patient. Where you put your time, money, and energy, you have to be able to wait for the reward to come 4, 5, 10 years down the line. If you can't do that, most likely how you're spending your money and what you're doing with your money is probably not being spent wisely, or your time and your energy. Because it's, you know, currency is more than just financial. Social currency, economic currency, emotional currency, how you invest whatever you own and how you choose to put that into what you want directly correlates to the wealth that you're able to build. So that's all I'll say. I've been on this journey for 10 years now, and there's times when I am just like, do I still want to do this? But you just keep going. And so I hope that y'all got that message. Doesn't matter where you are in your journey, where you are in life. Don't let nobody rush you. Don't let nobody tell you what you should be doing, where you should be, where you should not be. Follow where you're supposed to be, and just remember that where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. But don't be wasting y'all time. Don't waste y'all time. Where you invest in your time and your energy and your money, be intentional about it. And I'm starting a YouTube channel, as y'all know, and I'm actually right now waiting for my camera to charge so I can get started on my video. But even then, like, if you don't know something, you can learn it. You can learn it, and you can find out how to do whatever that is you want to do from Google, YouTube, free courses online. There's so many ways. So honestly, ask yourself how you're spending your time, and ask yourself if you really want it, because there's really no reason in 2023 that you can't secure the bag. Honestly, seriously, like, even if you have a full-time job, there's always some things you can be doing. And again, I'm not trying to put pressure on you. I'm basically just trying to say, stay in your lane and focus on what you do best. Focus on what you do best and stay in your lane. If you do that, you'll be able to see the fruits of your reward. And so, I mean, I think that's really the biggest thing, is making sure you understand what you're doing when you're building wealth. And again, be patient. Be patient. Wealth does not build overnight at all. Be patient, and you will see the fruits of your labor. So, oh, my camera is charging. It's fully charged. That was that sign. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on my YouTube channel video. That's why I'm dressed right now. I'm about to record my YouTube channel video. So I hope that y'all learned something. I hope y'all were able to see really why I do what I do. And yeah, I mean, again, if you're young, like I said, y'all, we millennials, we got to get it together. Stay in your lane. Make sure you know what you're doing. And be patient. Be patient. But I gotta go. My camera is fully charged, so it's time to record my YouTube video. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna add it to my highlights, and this is gonna be a series that I continue to do. So, peace, y'all.